Hey, y'all. Don't say I've never done anything for you. In order to provide you a review, I fell on the grenade known as Magic Mike's Last Dance for you. Okay? Just give me my Purple Heart right now.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
Well, hello. Welcome, everybody, to this latest episode of Movies Merica. And apparently in this episode, it's ladies' night. Yeah, ladies drink free here at Movies Merica tonight. We got free well drinks, and we've got margaritas until 11. Come on down. And on the main stage, it's Van Ebert with his review of Magic Mike Last Dance. Put your hands together. I'm a war hero for seeing this, okay? I am Willem Dafoe at the end of Platoon when he is on his knees and he's a bullet magnet and he's got his arms outstretched in dramatic fashion. That is me right there, okay, for watching this movie, okay? So, this movie, Magic Mike's Last Dance, I suppose I should tell you what the synopsis is, okay? So, Magic Mike Channing Tatum, he is still in Miami, and he had started a furniture store. He'd opened a furniture store, and that went belly up. And so now he's doing he's a bartender, basically. And he has got a bartending gig at this charity party thrown by Salma Hayek's character of Max. And apparently she goes up there to get a drink and he says something profound and deep or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But that caught her eye, made an impression on her. And then, she ends up inviting him into her place there. And, he gives her a dance, and then where it progresses from there, they end up in London because Salma Hayek asks them to go to London because that's where her main house is. And then she says that, hey, I've got this old theater, this classic theater, and I want you to use your exotic dancing skills because you are Magic Mike, okay? And redo this stuffy old play that they always have at this theater, and thunder down under that thing. All right, so we're gonna change this from old stuffy Merchant Ivory, just Pride and Prejudice to thunder down under. And so she wants Magic Mike to make this happen, and that's basically the movie right there. Okay, all right, so that is that. Now, the real synopsis of this is a rich woman, because of a man, she's rich, proves that even though feminists say women just need money, it turns out that it takes a man to bring her out of this funk that she's in, because all she has is money. That is the actual real synopsis of this. End roll credits. Okay, that's the deal. This movie is so full of crap and is so self-important. Now, the writer, Reed Carolyn, seems to think he's writing a love letter to feminism, when actually he's just doing some pathetic pandering to it. If one were to base their idea of feminism off of this movie, they'd think it's just women wanting ripped soy boy dance machine ATMs with chiseled jaws and six-pack abs, okay? I actually don't have a message or a problem with the message that women need to choose between being poor and in love or, find a rich guy and not have love, right? Okay, that's like, guys shouldn't be held to that, right? And girls, women shouldn't be held to that either. But you don't have to demonize all men in order to send that message, to relay that message out, right? And that's what this movie does, is it can't just be happy saying, hey, this is our perspective on the demands on, that women seem to have on them, by whatever, but we think that these demands shouldn't be in place. You could put that message out there, but you don't have to crap all over men to do that.
The men of this country, just shut up and step up.
So, are there some real pigs out there? Real men that are real pigs? Oh yeah, out there. There's real, women that are pigs out there. I mean, it's not just one sex versus the other, but but do your thing, okay? If women want to do their thing, by all means, go out there and live your life. But stop trying to frame it all in virtue, okay? Just stop. As if going out and playing the field makes you like the Joan of Arc or the new Joan of Arc or something like that. For a straight guy like me having to watch this because I have to review it, the only relief I got through it was just how smoking hot Salma Hayek actually still is. To cut through the crap and get down to the basics, watching her really did take the edge off of watching this movie that clearly isn't for me. I'm not the audience for this, and that's okay. Not every movie has to be for straight dudes. I mean, how self-centered of me would that have to be for me to think like, hey, every movie's got to be for straight guys? Like, no. The audience for various movies can be what the audience actually is, okay? That being said, Salma and then a ballerina character that is in a dance with Channing Tatum towards the end, yeah, they made this movie a little bit more palatable for yours truly right here. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks again for watching this latest episode of Movies Merica. And I would like to ask you just to actually like this video if you would, and subscribe to this video. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And also, there's a notification bell icon down there as well if you're watching on YouTube. I think Rumble has one like that as well. And if you hit that bell right there, well, then you are going to get brand new episodes, a notification for those sent right to you, and you're going to be able to watch each new episode hot, piping fresh, right out of the Movies Merica oven, okay? Just for you. It's not going to be all stale, sitting, on the floor, for a week, and looking all nasty. And no, this is piping hot, fresh episodes for you, because you're going to get a notification that a new episode just came out. That'd be fantastic. And also, I'd love to hear from you, okay? I'd love to hear from anybody watching or listening to this. Get in the comments section. Get on down in that comment section. Get comfy. Get cozy down there. And, yeah, write me a comment. Let me know, hey, did you like Magic Mike Last Dance? Did you hate it? What did you like about it? What did you hate about it? Anything you want to comment to me. Hey, give me some tips. Anything you feel that I can do to improve, that would be fantastic, okay? But, yeah, so if you would, again, like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, that would be much appreciated, all right? Thanks as always. Channing Tatum does serviceable work here as the fish out of water, salt of the earth, Mike Lane, better known as Magic Mike. Now, his character has hardly any time for the pretentiousness of Max's world, okay? He's rather unassuming in this bubble-headed, powder puff, truth be damned fantasy land. Okay, he's when we first see him here at the beginning of this movie, he's not exactly winning at the game of life, okay? And so when he's at this house, like I mentioned before, Salma Hayek's house in Miami, at this charity party that she's giving, a girl runs up or encounters him. She's up there like with her husband, and you see this in the trailer if you look up the Magic Mike Last Dance trailer. And so she's there. She goes up there to get a drink with her husband, and she's like to Channing Tatum and Magic Mike. She's like, "Don't I know you? Yeah, I think I know you. You were a cop. You were a cop, right? Yeah." And then Channing Tatum was like, "Oh yeah, you remember me from way back in the day. Oh yeah." And then so of course her husband's like, he has no idea what's going on. Like, what are you two talking about, right? And so then she says, "Well, okay, yeah, he was dressed up as a cop at my bachelorette party back in the day." And so that's where she remembers him from. And so later on, it turns out that this girl, her name is Kim, had talked to Salma Hayek because I guess she could see that Salma Hayek was in a depression. She was in a funk. And told Salma Hayek, that Mike is a, exotic dancer, right? And so Salma Hayek calls Mike into her house, and at that point, good old Mike finds himself with an opportunity to pretty much dry hump his way right into Max's good graces. It's beer time, people. Yes, it is that time of the episode where movie reviews meet ice cold brews, okay? And without further ado, let's get to the brew. And this episode's brew of choice is going to be, wait for it. We got some Ex Novo off the record. Yes, Ex Novo off the record. It's a hazy IPA, and it comes to us out of Corrales, New Mexico, okay? And so it's, like I said, it's a hazy IPA. It's called Off the Record. Ex Novo, basically, which in Latin means a nude from the beginning. And yeah, it's got a little some grapefruit notes into it. You gotta tell some citrus notes in it. And you know what? It's begging me to drink it instead of yapping about it. So I'm going to do exactly that. All right, let's get to it. Sweet. Not bad. And again, I'm not getting any money from Ex Novo or any of the breweries that I do these reviews from, at least not as of this time right now. But I just like good brews to go with my movie reviews, all right? And hey, with that, we covered the brew. We got more to do, all right? All for you. Let's get it done. Here we go. I do have to admit that the choreography was good, okay? There's absolutely no questioning in the impressive technical aspects of this movie. Now, most people would end up in traction or end up walking funny for the rest of their lives if they tried any of these spinning and flipping dance moves that these guys do. These are incredibly, incredibly talented performers. And you may not be impressed by anything else in the movie, okay? There was barely anything in this movie that impressed me. But the dance moves, I mean, I saw them. I'm like, wow, that's pretty, eye-catching right there. Like, man, how do they do that without, breaking their neck? So it's fascinating. watching people do things that most people just can't do. I mean, it does hold your attention. And now it does help that Channing Tatum was indeed he was a exotic dancer before he did any acting whatsoever, and so that undoubtedly, of course, is the reason that Steven Soderbergh had him as Magic Mike, in these movies in the trilogy, the universe that is the Magic Mike movies. Salma Hayek as Max, as hot as she is in this, has a personality that is flaky, erratic, and selfish. I mean, she's a terrible mom to her daughter. She's overbearing with Mike in front of all the performers, at the show right there, instead of them going to the side and having a kind of a conversation, away from everybody else. So she just starts getting all belligerent, to him, right in front of everybody, completely unprofessional, and treats her assistant like straight up garbage. And she also exhibits a Dixie Cup shallow idea of what gives women power, to be honest. It's also annoying watching a character like Salma Hayek's in this that has all this free time and money and every luxury imaginable that we would all love, right? I mean, who wouldn't want, a private jet, and a cool house, on the bay in Miami, and this cool looking place, in London. Who wouldn't want that, right? And her character just in this movie just sits and whines as if life is such a grind. Like, it's like, what? No one has it worse than me. I've got it so hard. Like, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I've only got one private jet. How can I live like this? I mean, come on. It's like her character is going to get no sympathy from most people that watch this movie, okay? It's not exactly relatable to most people, except for, maybe Bill Gates' ex-wife. The first and second Magic Mike movies also weren't made for me, but at least they had some fun in it, okay? The first one, actually had a plot and Olivia Munn. And the second one had some semblance of fun, but it also had serial bed defiler Amber Heard in it. So that is an automatic deduction in points right there in, having former Mrs. Johnny Depp in that movie. So, but that movie came out well before anybody knew who Amber Heard, anybody knew about what we know about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp and how she likes to throw liquor bottles and at husbands and that kind of thing. So, so Amber Heard at that point, everyone just thought she was an actress at that. She didn't have the notoriety, that she has right now, the publicity, for bad reasons that she has now. Anyway, now back to Magic Mike Last Dance. This one, in comparison to the first and second, in the Magic Mike trilogy, this one has zero fun, zero laughs, and definitely zero brains. Okay, it's a dumb movie. Okay, it thinks it's smart. Okay, it definitely thinks it's smart. Again, like I said, Reed Carolyn, the writer of actually the first Magic Mike, the second Magic Mike, and then this one as well. In this one, yeah, he's just taking himself way too seriously. And good old Reed thinks he has something profound and earth-shadowing to tell you, because you guys are just dumb plebes, and he's going to educate you. Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, and that's why in this movie, the characters, they talk down while they get down, okay? This movie isn't Magic Mike. It's really Magic Me Too. You're still here. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. You guys are troopers. You guys are the survivors. Okay? You guys apparently want to hear a little bit more about Magic Mike's Last Dance, right? And so, since you guys are the scrappers, you guys are the real troopers, I have no doubt that you will do this last little favor for me, okay? Costs you no money whatsoever, all right? All you have to do is like this video, okay, and subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell down there. Costs you absolutely nothing, all right? So you're not even going to get any email, except for when a new episode comes out. Well, actually, you'll get an email. I know what you'll do is like when you're on YouTube or Rumble, you'll get like a notification, saying, hey, there's a new episode of Movies Merica out there ready for your viewing pleasure or listening pleasure if you're listening to this on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, or whatnot, okay? So, yeah, if you do me a solid and do that, that would be fantastic, all right? On with the show. The most annoying character in this movie, and there is no room for debate, is Salma Hayek, Max's adopted daughter, okay? She's essentially Greta Thunberg.
How dare you?
All right. And she cites woke talking points and acts like she's treating you. She's treating you to profound secrets of the universe. Okay. That's what this character does. She lectures Max. She lectures Mike. She lectures Max's assistant. And like Thunberg, she's got the personality of a stalk of rhubarb and is twice as bitter, okay? There's an example of that, like when she refuses to shake Mike's hand. Okay, this is a scene where when Mike first meets her, because Mike and Max are at some mall in London or something like that, and this adopted daughter, I forget the character's name, don't care, walks up to Max and Mike, and Max explains, oh, hey, this is my daughter. And Mike, as a gentleman, he reaches out his hand. And, the second coming of Greta Thunberg ain't happening. Ain't happening at all. She refuses to shake Mike's hand, probably because she thinks it's like some move of a toxic masculine colonizer or something like that. Oh, just like a cisgender toxic masculine colonizer to reach out your hand and think you're doing me a favor by bringing out your hand and expecting me to shake your hand. How dare you? Like, that's probably what she's thinking in her brain there. But, in this episode, in this movie, she's been pampered and she has been embraced by the warm comforts of wealth and luxury. So, of course, any day now, we can pretty much expect her to be at the next BLM riot spitting on cops. So, that is the character, that is the most annoying character in the cinematic masterpiece that is Magic Mike's Last Dance. And of course I say that sarcastically, so I know I have to spell that out for some people. Not you. You know I'm being sarcastic, but I'm sure a few people out there that listen like, is he serious? I don't know, man. He didn't even say he was being sarcastic. I think he really likes this movie. I don't. Okay. And so I do not to wrap this review up, I do not recommend that you go and watch this movie, okay? Maybe when you're, laying on the couch and it comes on Showtime, in a 3-4 years from now, and it just happens to be on, you're too lazy to change the channel, then maybe watch it then. So, but I wouldn't watch it any other time other than that scenario, okay? So with that, hey, again, I want to thank you for watching or listening to this latest episode of Movies Merica, okay? And again, please like this video, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell, that would be excelente, okay? And then if you're on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you're just listening to it, feel free to give it a 5-star rating. I would truly appreciate that. You'd be definitely doing me a big favor, which I always appreciate, okay? And again, so with that, as I always say, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya. Hey, don't leave yet. Hey, you know what? The night is still so young. You didn't get that babysitter for nothing. Come on. It's only whatever o'clock, okay? Stay here. And hey, while you're here, subscribe to this channel and like the video if you would, all right? It'd be great, okay? Absolutely. So, and if you do, drinks are on me, all right? Hey, you know what? And while I'm in the asking mood, feel free to watch these videos over here and like them, all right? So, okay, let's do it. Yeah, party time. See ya.